you were talking about, going on tour right out of high school. Do you look back on any of the early stuff and read the lyrics, or you even have to sing some of those lyrics that you wrote as a teenager, and you're like, oh man, what was I thinking at the time? Anything like that?
Sometimes, or I'm like, I would have said that better, or I would have like, a lot of it is just, yeah. Another thing is though, I love like that person that wrote those lyrics, like that version of me. It's cool to read back on those sometimes and play those songs, because I can't like channel that person anymore. It's like I've grown so much. I'm like, it's cool to like revisit my old self. You know what I
Right.
mean? I'm like, oh, I know what I was saying and I understand where it was coming from, but like if I even like dig as deep in, like I can't find that person anymore. And it's not a bad thing. It's just I'm this Levi now, and so it's cool. It's sort of like a nostalgic. Like, I'm happy we don't have any. We definitely have some Pop Goes Punks that are floating around somewhere on the internet, but those are haunting us. But other than that,
Actually, I think I just bought that. I bought that at the Goodwill the other day. What song did you guys do on the early one?
We did Run This Town.
Yeah, I think.
And then we did Swing. Swing was our that's what we got a record deal on. But that was MySpace and pre Pop Goes Punk. That was like viral before viral was a real term. It was like MySpace was out and we're like, what if we did this? And then the internet went crazy and we're like, that was, and then, yeah. So we did it before it was an algorithm, but yeah, it's crazy.
Good old MySpace viral.
Dude, not that I would ever change it, but I just think of like, man, we really didn't know how to monetize. Like everything wasn't monetized and everything was so huge. I'm like, we really missed that. Our lives would be way different if we could have monetized like back in the day. But it's okay. Like that's part of the charm and the phenomenon of like what that led to the internet. So
yeah, there was nothing better than on MySpace, like posting the bulletin of tour dates coming up, and like just getting that instant gratification of bulletins.
Yeah, and there was no there's no paywalls. Nobody wanted to make money. No ads were there. It was so innocent. It was just like, hey, we can all communicate. And like, it was such a good time to be alive. Like it was so, I remember we were the first band on Rise to hit 1 million likes on Facebook. And this was before Facebook had ads. And like, we would post something and there would be 40,000, 50,000 comments because 1 million people would see it. And you're just like, and then like, I seriously remember the day we were in the studio doing Monument and then ads started rolling out on Facebook. And like, I went to do a post and it was like $2,500 at that time to show everybody. And I was just like, what is happening? Like, I can't even post. And then that was just like the tip of the iceberg to 10 years later where we are now. It's just like, I can't, it's hard. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird what gets views and what doesn't get views on every platform. You're just like, you'll make a joke about spaghetti and get 300 comments and likes, and then you post about the new album and it's crickets. It's like it's crazy how all that works.
None of that was there. Yeah, it used to just be like you would even stay up to post at the right time. Like it was all just real people. There was no like AI or stuff messing around and moving stuff around. Yeah, it was great. We used to do when we did Monument and Apologies for the Week. So this is at the time, like I said, pre-monetization. Everyone got to see your stuff. We would like, and we were broke teenagers. We'd be like, here's the address of the studio. Order us pizza. And there'd be like pizza guys like lined up at the thing. And then like we'd get called from the pizza shops like, I don't know who you guys are, but you need to stop because our phone's ringing off the hook. And I'm like, sorry, I just told 1 million people to buy us pizza.
You should try that again,
I see, who knows? Only 20 people might see the post.
Yeah, but I mean,
I might only get one pizza.
You don't need 20 pizzas, you only need one.
That's true.